the way we handle family business. This all has to be handled correctly.
What up, though? Listen, do not adjust your TVs, your phones, or however you watching this. This is me. I'm starting it off. It's your boy, Coach DTM, King Coach to y'all.
It's your boy, Ron T, the Icon.
And today we got a special guest with us, man. We are missing a few people, but we got somebody that can hold the weight for him, man. Introduce yourself.
It's your man's Dutch Schultz from Icon Music Company.
Talk about it. Icon Music Company, Dutch Schultz in the building.
Now, Dutch Schultz is my partner in crime. We run Icon Music Company on the music side of things. And, yeah, man, it's a good morning today. How y'all feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling real good. I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Coach,
I'm back.
Coach
Listen,
leaves for a couple weeks.
I leave
and
for a
then
couple
Abe
weeks and
leaves.
they act a fool, so I had to kick him out, man. I had to kick him out, and now I'm in the driver's seat, so let's get it in. Let's start with just regular conversation, man. Dutch, talk about it. How did you become a wrestling fan? When did you become a wrestling fan? And what's going on? Where's your status now today with wrestling?
Yes, sir. Well, we take it way back to, late 80s. You know what I'm saying? Real
You
talk.
said the 80s.
I mean, I'm talking to Jimmy Superfly Snookers, you know what I'm saying? The Mean Jeans, you know what I'm saying? So forth. Miss Elizabeth, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, you know what I'm saying? All the real old school folks. And it intrigued me really because, I always thought it was just straight scripted fake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once I really dove into it, even like, big ups, big props to that movie, The Wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, seriously, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That really, was an eye-opener for me later on in life, you know what I'm saying? But I was always fascinated with it and, went to maybe 2 or 3 shows when I was younger and was convinced, you know what I'm saying? I liked it. Now, we fell off for a minute and, let things take on what they were going to do or what have you, but we're kind of getting a little bit more into it now. And it's still a little bit of theatrics, but I still enjoy it, though. It's entertainment, definitely.
And now we got you on the show, so we about to get you all the way back in. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right.
So,
go ahead, Ryan T. Start us off.
Yeah, so with you jumping in back in the early 80s, what is the point that you actually stopped watching?
I think it was between that period of, Vince McMahon really running things, Shane coming in, and then Triple H. I kind of, let it go after that a little bit, Steve Austin was my man, so,
Yeah.
I followed him up until, the aging and so forth, but...
Yeah.
Austin had me throwing up the middle finger at a young age.
Right. Yeah, for real. And trying to chug brew, you know what I'm saying, real talk, so...
I used to take root beers and just be...
Yeah, oh,
That's
man.
what I did.
That's
was,
it.
You know what I'm saying? That was about the pinnacle for me right there.
Okay. Yeah, that's about the time that I fell off for a minute. Was The Rock retired, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to rock with Stone Cold for a minute. Then he retired. I was like, why am I watching anymore? And that's when I kind of fell off. And I came back, like I said, when NXT really started ramping up. Maybe 06 or something like that.
Okay.
They got me back.
Okay, so that was after the Attitude Era.
Yep.
You was
I was
during the Attitude Era?
The Attitude Era, I was all the way through. The Ruthless Aggression with John Cena, I was, in and out. So, but I really came back when the Black and Gold NXT really came back.
Okay, all right. Because I was in with the Ruthless Aggression. I was in with the Attitude Era. I think I might have slipped off a little bit right after the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And then I came back, full throttle watching it. And, for those who don't know, Roman Reigns came. I think he put the whole thing on his back and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So I start off real quick with this question, asking, like, to me, if you think back then, it felt like Vince McMahon was like a bully when it came to not necessarily from a wrestler standpoint, but from the viewer standpoint of we are going to be the only show.
Yeah.
Right? If there's any kind of competition, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Whether I gotta buy you out, whether I gotta, dog you in public, however it happened, right? Now, my question is, you watch UFC or anything?
Yeah, I was familiar with UFC as well.
Okay, so the owners of WWE
They
is
also
now
own
also
UFC.
with UFC,
Yeah, okay,
right?
okay. The conglomerate now.
Are we
Yep.
missing the Vince era right now, because now there's so many different other AEWs popping up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just that's actually doing well and being somewhat of a threat to WWE, in my opinion. You agree with that?
Yeah, I honestly, as far as the Vince monopoly era, I wouldn't. That's what really kind of drove me away, because if they're the only wrestling thing on TV, then you don't really have to give your best effort. But as long as you have some competition and other things that people can defer their attention to, then you got to come with your A game.
I feel like that with DTE.
I kind of liking. I'm kind of liking. You said what?
I feel like that with DTE.
Hey,
the only
no
one
comment.
Holding
No
us hostage.
No comment.
Holding us hostage out here. We can't go nowhere else.
But yeah, anytime you got competition, that's when you can give your best, I guess, customer service when it comes to anything, whether it be TV or anything. But as long as there's no competition, you don't really got to give your A game. So I'm kind of liking that aspect of it. I am starting to see some of the similarities when it comes to choices of making money or pleasing the fans. Mm-hmm. The making the money aspect right now is kind of winning over, but that's the business side of it.
And that's crazy. I got that on the question, actually. Do you think WWE is more focused on the making money and the storytelling over the safety of the wrestlers today?
Right now, yeah. And we learned that TKO is $3 billion in debt, who owns UFC and WWE. And right now, the cash cow is WWE.
I was just about to say that. I was reading that too, that the $3 billion actually came from UFC.
Yeah, so
and
right now
WWE is holding them afloat.
They're using what WWE is right now as far as like the global scale that it is. And they're going to like Paris, and they're going overseas to Saudi Arabia while there's like currently some situations going on, but they got to make that money. So I'm glad to see everybody made it back last week from Saudi Arabia safe with no issues. But yeah, it's sticky, but money talks. That's what it is. So
I really I assess that to, what I'm saying, it's pretty much you see that in all sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You look at wrestling, and then what I'm saying, you parallel it with golf. You got the Live tournament now, what I'm saying? You got longer money that's coming in, newer money I should say, that's coming in, but me personally, I'm always with the originals. You know what I'm saying? I look at Vince and you know what I'm saying, like, if we talking music as well.
Yeah.
Vince is my Barry Gordy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're out here doing your thing, you know what I'm saying, putting it together, you got a good package, you know what I'm saying, and you're making it work, you know what I'm saying, it will, you know what I'm saying, last. You know what I'm saying? The longevity is what I always look at with everything, you know what I'm saying? So the others come and go. You can have money for now, you know what I'm saying, get your thing in, you know what I'm saying, get what you need to get out of it or what have you, but the real ones are going to last, you know what I'm saying? And you've seen WWE, WWF, you know what I'm saying, NWO, WCW, you know what I'm saying, all of these different things, you know what I'm saying, last, you know what I'm saying, whether they come to a collective conglomerate or what have you, you know what I'm saying, but they still in it, you know what I'm saying, so those are the ones I always, my go-tos, and it's about the longevity.
And that's what I like about Vince, even when saying that he was the only one running it like that, you still seen that he wasn't comfortable. He never got into a comfortable state. He still tried to elevate, even though, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he kind of remind me of LeBron when he was on the East Coast. Yeah. Like, it wasn't really a lot of competition over there for him, but he still tried to elevate every year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew he was going to have to go against the West. He knew he was going to have to go, he wanted to get that chip. So I look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? As Abe would say, it's kind of like, when Cody Rhodes came in and, any topic, Abe is gonna throw Cody Rhodes in there somehow, somewhere.
Okay, that's his man.
Cody is Dusty Rhodes' son.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I always looked at that too. That's one thing I will admire about Vince McMahon is that from an outside looking in, and what he portrayed on TV, he was this villain and all this type of stuff. But if you look from behind the scenes, especially if you watch that documentary that they had on Netflix, you got to see his business mind. And he was ahead of the curve for so long. And that's what kept WWE on top, or WWF that turned into WWE. It kept them on top even when they were in that monopoly era, when it was kind of like they had stints where it was kind of boring. They still raised the bar and tried different stuff that other people weren't doing, and they were the only product. They didn't have to. So I can respect that. I think just where he fell off is that when you get to a certain age, you don't know how to evolve. And that's where the young minds came in and try to change some stuff.
Yeah.
So.
All right. You want to go into the first sports joint? I mean, the first wrestling joint, or
Yeah.
go into the mental health?
We can go to the mental health one.
All right, we go to the mental health. So, Dutch, on the show, what we like to do is we like to tap in with a lot of real life as well.
Yes, sir.
Dealing with like mental health, especially because we got a panel full of men. The woman, she lets us do what we got to do because, she out west right now. So,
yeah, San Antonio. Shout out to Minx Man.
Shout out to Minx. So the question that I have for y'all today is, why do so many men not take their health seriously until there's a scare? And have y'all ever had that situation happen to y'all?
Okay.
And you can use it. We're gonna split it up. We're gonna use it whether it's mental health or physical health, or even relational, right? Sometimes we've been in relationships that, we took for granted until we had that scare or something happened where we was like, oh, I got to change up. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it.
Okay. I can start it off. I know a lot of times as men, we take on so many responsibilities, and we're worrying about making sure everybody else is straight because we're the captain of the ship. And a lot of times we don't thinking about the maintenance of keeping up.
Yeah.
Basically keeping up, not just the captain ship, we are the ship sometimes. So just keeping up the maintenance of it, and we'll ignore the internal stuff, whether it's mental health issues or it's physical health. Take some aspirin, take some medicine, keep moving, because that's how we've been raised and taught, is to suck it up, get it done, make sure everything is running, make sure everybody's straight, because that's our burden as men.
Right.
And I think that is what kind of drives a lot of men to have health issues later on in life that could have been fixed or caught early and all that type of stuff. Especially us as black men, we take on so much as far as just the stigma of how we are, and we carry a lot. And I think a lot of times we don't take the time to address a lot of stuff. And I think that's why this type of platform or this type of community that we've built of black men and friends and uplifting each other is really important, because we all we got, basically.
Yeah, you got to hold accountability.
And I think there's been plenty of times that I've had health issues that I've pushed aside because business got to get taken care of. And then it creeps up later on. You're like, man, I wish I would have took care of that. So I don't know. I have an example as far as like relationship wise, as far as, because I've seen some stuff getting ready to happen, and we've corrected the ship. So, but definitely some health situations. So,
Let's talk about it.
Well, personally, I think as men, when we talk about mental health, when we talk about physical health, that's the last thing on our list. You know what I'm saying? One of the main things that I think we keep in the forefront is the engine must keep running.
Why do you think that is?
From our standpoint, if the engine stops, you know what I'm saying, everything else stops. You know what I'm saying? You got your alternators, you know what I'm saying? You got your steering wheels, you got your wheels, you know what I'm saying? And all these different components of this car that's supposed to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the engine is that man, you know what I'm saying? And once that engine, once it's, you know what I'm saying, I can tell you, I've driven miles on having to get an oil change. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that oil change, we don't always do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, as long as this car's still running, as long as it's doing what we got to do, it's getting it from A to B, A to Z, what have you, you know what I'm saying? We'll deal with all that later. That's become a problem. And mental health has really been a situation where we don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It makes us look weak. You know what I'm saying, per se, to society. It makes us look, say, timid, you know what I'm saying, soft in a sense. Whereas, you know what I'm saying, these things got to be tackled, you know what I'm saying, just for, you know what I'm saying, mental health, for that stability, you know what I'm saying. So I find that a lot of times that we overlook it, you know what I'm saying. Why do we overlook it? Because we're just so focused on the engine has to keep running.
Yeah.
Car has to move. You know what I'm saying? We have to go and do what we do. And if I'm not doing this, then, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, if I don't keep the engine running, I seem to appear weaker then, you know what I'm saying, even in the mental crisis stage, you know what I'm saying, or what have you. So I think our priorities when they come down to that are, you know, just a little bit crisscrossed or what have you, but it's the thing that we have to do, you know what I'm saying? If we don't do it, who's going to do it? You know, so, and that's one of my mottos, definitely.
I like that. I believe mental health is such a hush-hush in our community because it's new. I mean, our grandparents didn't know nothing about no mental health.
Bipolar, all
They
of
ain't
that.
know nothing about that. Well, you ain't paying no bills, and you ain't got no polar.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? You better shut up.
Bipolar, all that boy just a little off. Go give him some candy.
It wasn't none of that. Like back then, it was like, and I'm not gonna say it wasn't none of it. It's just that it was not labeled then, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So it was either shut up, you don't pay no bills, or go outside and play, get it going. Physical health. Again, our grandparents didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Go
ice it and put your leg up.
Yeah. If you even go further back, like I had to go back to like the slavery times and think about what they had to eat back then. A lot of what we eat now was steered from back then.
True.
Nobody changed it. I don't even think that a lot of the issues that we have is
hereditary.
ours. It's not hereditary. It's environmental.
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
No doubt.
Because we all grew up in the same neighborhood, the same area. We probably gonna have the same issues, right? And that's what it's based on now. It's just that in 2025, a lot of us are now more woke.
Yeah.
That's what they like to call it, right? And we got access to this thing right here that gives us all the information that we need that'll tell you, oh, wait a minute, this hurt, this is why. All you got to do is this. That whole saying back in the day, and I don't know who started it, but the apple a day keep the doctor away. If it was true, we still wasn't eating an apple a day.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So we wasn't listening. We didn't care about that. But I don't know if it's true or not, and we still don't know if it's true.
Yeah, all I know is I'm looking at, like you said, the information. Some stuff I don't want to know, man. I'm like, I can't eat that now. I can't eat this
and
now.
that's the thing.
That's
so
the key.
we have become so conditioned and spoiled to eat for taste or do things for feeling than to do it to actually live longer and be. My famous saying I used to, if you didn't know, I marry people. I'm an officiant.
Okay.
And when I'm talking to my couple, I always talk about the importance of intentionality, right? And I say you got to be intentional about your relationship so you don't lose it on accident.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with health. You got to be intentional about your health so you don't end up unhealthy by accident.
Right. Yeah,
You got to be
exactly.
intentional about your finances so you don't end up broke by accident, right? So it can go any kind of way. Now, for me, when I think about like a scare that made me do a 360, so like coming up, I only did what I knew. I only did what I was shown, and that's how I had to mask things. So I was like cheating and not even realizing I was cheating. Like, me and my girl have been together 25 years, right? So we grew up in this relationship together. I had two scares, right? That made me like, the first scare was like, straighten up, and then I straightened up, but then I kind of backslid a little bit. And then that second one was like, man, you better straighten up for real. Like, you ain't got all that time.
No doubt.
So the first one was when I got caught up, and she really was like, the look in her face changed.
Yeah.
And it was my heart and head said, oh, she done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I want her to be done? I don't want her to be done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
I don't get a brother back like that. Like,
Yeah.
don't leave.
seriously.
So, I tried to straighten up, you know what I'm saying? But then I had to really get to the root of what my issue was in order to really fix it. But when we gave birth to our last son and she died, I said this before on the
died on the
podcast. Ron was like, you been married before? I'm like, no, same wife. But she died on the table.
Oh, man. Sorry. Yeah.
With me standing right there, and all I can do is look and pray. That's all I can do.
And yeah,
With
thank
my
God
best
for the,
friend
thank God
rubbing
for
me,
the
rubbing my
doctors,
back.
man.
Yeah,
Thank God for them doctors, because she wouldn't be here today.
and that woke me up, and it gave me like an extra boost of confidence, right? Because I was watching the doctor the whole time. He never looked nervous.
Yeah.
He always looked like he was in control. And I walked out of that hospital like, you know what? I'm gonna always look like I'm in control, and I gotta straighten up and fly right because this really could have been it.
I think now that you say that, I think that was the turning point of my relationship was the birth of our second daughter. It was touch and go the entire time. Like touch and go the entire time, and then she had the C-section. She lost a lot of blood. They had to do a whole lot of stuff. She didn't get to that point to where she died on the table, but it was scary.
Yeah.
And that thought process of actually possibly losing her made me make her more of a priority, and that's what it was for me. But yeah, that childbirth stuff is scary,
man. Especially for like somebody like me who I was born to be a protector.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
that's in my
Can't do
blood.
nothing.
And I can't protect you. I can't do nothing in this.
Right.
When I lost my grandbaby, I'm
right.
watching my kids go through it, and I'm like, how do I protect them from the pain that they're feeling right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that makes me mask what I'm feeling because I'm trying to figure out a way to protect them from what they're going through at the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or protect her from, listen, don't die. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a vasectomy. We ain't going to do this ever again in life.
that's what I did after that.
Like, this is a wrap. I'm done. No. You playing too much. So yeah, it's bad that it had to get to that for me to make the final adjustments. But I see like my dad had a stroke not too long, probably about 5 years ago now. He's way more intentional about some things. Now he's still, dibble and dabble in things he shouldn't be doing, but you can see the intention is there because he saw that. He was on the ventilator. They was telling him like, yo, we about to pull the plug. I'm like, you ready to die? He was like, he couldn't say nothing, but he just shaking his head. Don't let me go. You know what I'm saying? And once he got out of there, I saw the change. Like, okay, keep it going, keep grinding, and it's inspiring for those that you like. If you really pay attention to the people in your life,
Right.
it's inspiring.
I think a lot of my mental health stability comes because currently I'm a single guy, single father, definitely. But that mental
Okay, I thought he was
stability.
about to shoot a shot. Like I'm single, just so y'all know out there.
Oh no. see, and as we get into it and talk about it a little more, my mental stability. Hey, I'm one of them people that for years I've known who I am. You know what I'm saying? What it is. I'm in situations, my purpose and things like that. And even though they get shifted sometimes with the things that you do throughout life, but my stability comes from my kids. You know what I'm saying? Really. Fortunately, I've been blessed not to have, so many of the different, maybe life or death situations or the catastrophes and things like that. You know what I'm saying? My catastrophes come throughout business, you know what I'm saying? Throughout working with the music, you know what I'm saying? Anything else that I see, but the stability really comes from my kids. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can continue to push on for them, and it's a little more, and then again, we do have this problem when it comes to men and so forth. I don't mind, you know what I'm saying, taking the L.
Right.
As long as they're lifted up, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So as long as my kids are lifted up, as long as they're doing good, as long as I can look over and see, okay, they're successful, they're accomplished, you know what I'm saying, then I've done my job, you know what I'm saying? I may be withered away, on the cane later on or whatever, but as long as they still standing and shining, you know what I'm saying, that's my position.
Yeah, and that's not even really taking the L at that point.
That's your
Oh,
legacy.
no, not
that's
at all.
actually the ultimate W. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I love that. What else? You got something for us, man?
So I know we wanted to touch on. We got the sports podcast that just get out of here. So I know we got the sports podcast that is launching. We said we were going to talk a little bit more than just wrestling. So with that,
I'm so excited about this sports podcast. Man.
Oh man, it's been so many moves that are set up right after this NBA season has ended.
Quick.
With all the moves and the trade and signs and even after the draft, who has the better outlook right now in the NBA on the West or on the East? In your opinion, and I'll go with Dutch because he got that more of a sports mind than I do, and he pays attention to a lot of the intricate stuff. So, what are your thoughts with the move so far, and who you think has made the best move so far?
First and foremost, there's too much TV money, man.
Yeah.
There's too much TV money to see the moves and see the transactions, how they go, you know what I'm saying? There's really so much more of a loyalty to, getting paid now, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
versus winning, versus, you know what I'm saying, building a dynasty and so forth. But
Yeah.
if you look at it, I honestly, I like where the Pistons are going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking on this season,
Yeah.
but, within the next 5 years. I like how they're building.
Exactly.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous when you say that because I seen they made some moves this offseason that might have been more of a setback than a setup at the moment, right? But what makes me nervous is you was right there already. So certain moves that they're making could actually, hinder the next level. Like every year you're supposed to, okay, so let's say you get to the playoff this year. We went from horrible
Yeah.
to the
Last
playoff.
in the league, yeah. Real
right?
talk.
We went from horrible to the playoff. And then at that point, I think it's crucial the move that you make to make sure that, okay, we got to make it to the playoffs and possibly second round now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, yeah.
There may be third final, Eastern Conference Finals after that. Like, you can't take that step back. So what you thinking that from your vantage point, from what you were just saying, it sounds like you're saying now they got about 5-6 years before they're going to do something again.
Well, I say that with the 5-6 years because 5-6 years ago I said 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I ain't going to hold y'all up. I'm like, yeah.
No, he did.
10 years, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be building and so forth. But, the perspective that you bring, you know what I'm saying, as far as elevating, as far as going to the next level and winning, you know what I'm saying, and doing better every year, I honestly don't think that really applies to today's game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they play to build those long-lasting franchises or, you know what I'm saying, to take those steps. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's building now or acquiring, I should say now, in order to win now.
Yeah.
And the way that the league is, any team can win now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I truly believe that. You got Cleveland, you got Boston, you know what I'm saying? You got Pistons in the run, you got New York, you know what I'm saying? This is just on the East Coast. Then you look at the West Coast, you got Dallas, who's, you know what I'm saying, nice. You got Houston, you got LA that's still in the mix, you know what I'm saying? Like, people need to see what the league, you know what I'm saying, the league really wants. And I'm a firm believer of this. The league wants Lakers Celtics again.
I'm going to tell you something. After this past final, we're not going to have another finals like this.
No,
We're not going to have a two blue-collar team in the finals probably ever again.
Yeah.
I don't care how good you can have every great player in the nation on that one. It's not going to happen again.
And they drafted, too. That was a big deal.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at, like, the Celtics, who has been in the running for a minute. They made some changes. They got rid of Porzingis, so I don't know if that was a good move. And then they still dealing with the injuries, too, so...
Yeah.
JT ain't gonna be around this whole next season.
At least a season.
So, I mean, they might be out of the conversation totally. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland made a good move. They went and got Lonzo, so now they got a little ball handling skills going.
Yeah.
So that could be a good move.
You look at a lot of the star players, the teams that were like in the picture as possibly going to the finals the most are the teams where you're seeing a lot of injuries because of that workload. Like a lot of the star players is getting injured. Like you saw Damian Lillard went out. You just Achilles injuries that was going on and all that type of stuff.
I believe he just got bought out too.
Yeah, he did.
In Milwaukee,
Yep.
yeah.
So it's just crazy. Like the last dynasty that we actually saw was Golden State. Was that continuous? Like you expect them to be in the finals or the conference finals every year.
Yeah, I was looking at Boston like that for a minute.
Yeah.
Until everybody listen, man, y'all better stop wearing these low top shoes and put on them high top
Man.
to support the ankle.
You know, I was waiting on when that topic was going to come in, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, I'm a firm believer.
I'm a high tops.
You
Man.
know, you look at, what, 4 of the top players in the NBA are, off Achilles tear.
Yeah.
And they all wearing low top.
Low top.
You know,
Yeah, come on, man.
And I'm like, what? Or would they tape their ankles up and things like that? I'm like, they was taping their ankles in the 80s and the 70s as well, too.
With
But,
high top.
You know,
and they was
with
playing,
high top.
and they was
on.
playing more games.
And not only that though, but they not lacing the shoes up to look sweet. They lacing them up to lace them up. You gotta
they act
tie
like
them boys up.
You on the court like you finna go to the club.
Right.
It's become a more of
Fashion.
sell the ideas and things around the game versus the actual game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an old school cat. You know what I'm saying? You can pull up it don't matter what player you pull up today. I got an old player that's going to kill him. any day. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the Kevin Durant's and everything like that. You know, I'm the guy that's like, yo, he ain't Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you say. Top player still to this day because of the endurance, because of what they had to go through, because there was less money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You played for more passion, more heart. You know what I'm saying? You played more for the W. You know what I'm saying? To get closer to that. And now you see that, you know, I mean, a guy's getting what you gonna tell a dude getting $200, $300 million? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna tell him?
You making more than the coach and
You know,
everybody.
yeah, right. You can't tell him, put the ball off that square, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell him that no more, you know, because he's got to look good, you know what I'm saying? Because he's worth $300 million now, you know what I'm saying? They looking at him.
I'm watching the playoffs, and I'm watching other sports podcasts, and they all saying the same thing that was in my head. And I was like, man, why are they not learning fundamentals these days?
Man, the mid-range is pretty much gone. That
Shout
mid-range,
out to
everybody shooting
SGA.
threes.
SGA
Yeah.
is bringing that back, and I love the fact that he's doing that.
Every time I see a player that goes for their mid-range instead of the three, I'm like, it's like a better percentage.
Yeah.
If you shoot 3 or 4 or 5 times in the three-pointer and you miss it, but if you step up in at least 4 out of those 5, you're making them. That's 8 points right there, other than none. It's just like, it makes more sense, man. I just watched them 3 rebound, go down 3 rebounds, go down. I'm like, yo, somebody going
Shout
for
out to the Rip Hamiltons.
mid-range. Yeah,
You know what I'm
Rip.
saying?
I used
Shout
to
out
love
to the
that.
Michael Reds. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying? The killer of the mid-range. Like,
And that's
seriously.
exactly who SGA reminded me of when I was looking at him and I see Rip all day.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I
Shoot
missed the
1,000
post.
jumpers
I
a
see
day.
Chauncey all day.
Yeah.
I missed the post game when that used to be the hook shots and all that type of stuff. I miss seeing that, all that
They
type of
don't know what
stuff.
that
I
is
mean,
today.
you know, back down, drop step, you know what I'm saying, turn around and throw it down. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, where is that at anymore? You know what I'm saying? After Shaq, pretty much.
Yep, I was about to
You know,
say Shaq
that
was
dominance, that power, you know, even developing that skill. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It is very lost these days, but it don't get you 130 points, though. It don't
No.
get you
Yeah,
140
but
points.
the 130 don't get you to win all the time either.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
got to
right,
get that.
you know.
You got to shut that down. Like, you know. Now let me ask y'all if y'all do this, especially you, Ron, because we trying to get Dutch back into the
To the
wrestling
wrestling.
world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When watching sport,
Yeah.
right? Do you watch sports like you watch WWE? Because for me, I watch it like I'm looking for storytelling in sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because WWE is based on storytelling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, who got the best story? You know what I'm saying? The Lakers, and then they got Bronny and father-son duo. They get that title. That's a nice story. And then you had JT over there. They trying to go for a repeat, et cetera. Like, you know, who got the best story? Do y'all look at that when y'all looking at sport?
I started to look at it a little bit more now than I did before, and I don't know if it's because I've gotten so much back into wrestling and the aspect of the storytelling part, like the whole story of the bloodline in wrestling with Roman Reigns coming from this long lineage. We got The Rock,
storytelling ever.
you got Yokozuna. They all in the same bloodline. With Rikishi, all of them.
Yeah.
It just, if you look at that story, and then you took Cody's story with his father never winning that world title, and he's going through this whole thing to try to win it, and for his dad and all that type of stuff. And if you follow like any of that old school stuff, it's almost the same thing. If you look at the NBA, you got the Indiana Pacers that got so close to winning their first NBA championship, and in the final game, their star player goes out with Achilles injury, and this was like
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that storytelling stuff that you look at with these, especially with the NBA and stuff right now. So
I look at those. I look for those stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, because it's intriguing to me being an old school wrestling fan. You know what I'm saying? And then seeing some of the new ones. You know what I'm saying? Like the Dustin Rhodes and so forth. When they come through, it's like, okay, that's good that legacy is still going on. You know what I'm saying? That they don't lose sight of that. You know what I'm saying? And they still pull that forward. So I do look for a lot of those when it comes to the other sports and so forth. There aren't too many, first and foremost, a lot of times, even speaking of basketball, a lot of the new younger cats like to veer away from the old school. You know what I'm saying? They want to say, okay, well, the game's different now. You know, you're just an old man. You know what I'm saying? We play it different and so forth. And I think shamming away from that is what hurts the game. You know what I'm saying?
I
To
agree.
pull those legacies in, you know what I'm saying? To pull, to update people. You know what I'm saying? On bring, because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you had a lot of dominant cats back in the day that they just didn't record those types of stats. You know, so it's a stat for everything.
Well, you know, in
now.
2025, if it's not on camera, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, that's what they say until I tell you, yo, I was at the game. You know what I'm saying? I was there when I saw that happen, and yeah, I was amazed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
really.
you just brought up a good point, and I'm gonna see if I can tie this thing together. So you said it's important for the new generation in basketball to embrace the old school.
Yes.
Is there to a limit?
No.
Okay.
There is
And
no.
the reason why I asked that is because on the flip side, when you think in WWE, we getting tired of seeing the old school keep getting embraced by the young. You know, they bringing Goldberg back.
Yeah, he's coming back
Why?
for was it next week?
Yeah, why?
Well, yeah, next week.
Yeah, I hear
You know what
I
I'm
hear
saying?
you.
Like, and he's in a title match.
Yeah, right,
And
right.
everybody's asking, if you win, then what?
Exactly.
Right.
You get the belt, and then what happens?
Yeah,
right?
he's not gonna wrestle again for
Ever.
probably like another
30
couple months.
years. Like,
So yeah,
come back every 30 years. So, you know, situations like that, right, where you just keep seeing the new school, it feels like they can't hold the torch that long, so they got to keep bringing the old school back, or they don't have enough faith in the new school, right, to where maybe they are holding the torch. Because we've seen Jey Uso. You familiar with the name Jey Uso?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how you know he's a household name. He's doing his
Yeah.
thing, right? But we see him hold the torch.
yeah,
And then we seen them blow it out, take it
Yeah.
back from him, like nah, because he had the belt, and then they just made him
was
lose
it was it 3
for
months?
51 days.
Oh yeah,
51
so
days, wow.
yeah, so all he held it for.
51 days of holding
He's
the belt.
top merch seller in the company.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
When I
that
tell
type
you
of
the
stuff,
whole arena, no matter where they at, if it's 32,000 or 32,000 on their feet, doing what they call yeeting and everything, and they decided, you can keep doing that, but we're finna take this belt from you. We're gonna give
So
it
we
to
can
him
have-
so he can fight Goldberg,
Right.
who's
Right.
gonna come back for whatever
One
reason.
match.
One match. It's crazy.
You
know
know,
what I
they
mean?
you know and when it comes to the old school has to just come up and know their place.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, even when I was watching wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You had, you know what I'm saying, folks like Mean Gene, who
Yeah.
was a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a, you know what I'm saying, commentator. Now he's a
commentator, yeah.
manager, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. So you got to assume those roles.
Have you ever
Yeah.
seen the
I
OG
agree.
that knew his place? Every OG feel like every place is my place.
yeah.
You know what I'm
I've laid the ground
Yeah,
here, right?
It's
Yeah,
all me. Respect me, young blood. You know what I'm saying?
You know, to an extent, because even talking about, like, if we just go to the playground with basketball, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cats out there that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The old school cats or whatever. But you see they limit.
yeah.
I ain't jumping out the gym with this
Yeah.
guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got 30 points on me tonight. You know what I'm saying? But he jumping all over the place. He's
Yeah.
spry. He's young. You know, I still pull my jumper. You know what I'm saying, and get it going or what have you. But I think that respect is, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of other sports. When it comes to the older cat, you know what I'm saying, we'll say, like, all right, you know, young blood, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Even like, okay, boxing, we just had Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
It was a slew of people who was not looking forward to that fight at all.
Yeah.
They just thought it was going to be one-sided. They just thought it was not going to be interesting at all, which it wasn't that interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I was a little more disappointed
more of a cash grab than anything.
It was more. It was all about the money. It felt like, you know what I'm saying. So it was like, do you really want to keep leaning on the old school? Or
You
just
know
let
what
them be great.
You know what? Because they got this pay-per-view that's coming up, or they call it PLEs now, premium live events. That's coming up. It's an all women's pay-per-view, basically. All women wrestlers. They
I
got
think that's already
storylines
passed.
coming. It's coming up. Was it the 11th or 12th or something like that? So
they bringing back China.
China passed. She died.
See,
Yep.
that's where I'm at.
Yep. But no. But
Like,
so
you about
what?
to make him
This
say
is
it
one
of
like
my
all
girls.
over again. Like,
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah,
Like, damn,
so what
for real?
happens is you have this woman that's a champion right now. Her name is Tiffany Stratton, and she's up there. She's the champion right now. And we had another woman that's up and coming, Jade Cargill, that won the Queen of the Ring, so she's next up for the title. So they have all these younger wrestlers around, but they brought back Trish Stratus.
I heard
They brought back Trish Stratus to wrestle
no doubt.
Tiffany Stratton for the championship. Now,
you know what it is? I could tell you what it is. And I was doing some storytelling on my own. I was on my Chuck mode.
okay.
And once I seen Naomi get the case, right, the Money in the Bank, I said, okay, this is the brilliance of WWE, where they telling you a story you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, she get that. Now there was a trio before all this happened. It was the big three for women.
Yeah, three
Which
black women. It was Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair.
All right.
Oh yeah, okay.
So now Bianca was always she was already on top when the trio started.
Yeah.
She kind of fizzled out a little bit. I think it was due to injuries or something.
Yeah, she broke her hand.
Yeah, she kind of fizzled out a little bit, and it was kind of the two that was still at the top, but they were still running it as the big three. Mm-hmm. They began to get a big feud with each other. One get the Money in the Bank. I knew it was only right that the other one was going to get
the Queen of
the
the
Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
Because one is going to get the belt, and then the other one is going to cash in.
Yeah, so with the Money in the Bank, it's like it's a ladder match, and at the top of the ladder is a briefcase to where you can cash in
And they had that
for
back,
a title shot
they had
at
that back
any
in your day.
time.
You know, Shawn Michaels and all that.
You
Shawn Michaels.
You going there now, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, so the Money in the Bank contract is like, hey, this guy just had a grueling championship match and he retains. Now you come down with the briefcase. I want my match right now. Mm-hmm. Now he got to fight you right afterwards at like 20%. And most of the time when people cash in, they're going to be the next champion because they catch you while you slipping. So Naomi, who is now like the bad guy, she's the heel. She's the one that turned on the other girl that won the Queen of the Ring because she took her spot as the number 2 to Bianca instead of it being, she felt like it should have been her, and the other girl was using Bianca to get higher, basically.
Yeah, no doubt.
So they've had this internal feud, and Bianca's been on the outside, like, these are both my friends, who I'm going to choose. So right now, Bianca's out with injury. Jade Cargill won the Queen of the Ring, and Naomi has the briefcase. So
I'm real familiar with Bianca.
Yeah.
That's
so what it's looking like is that Jade is going to win the title after this hard match, and then Naomi's going to probably cash in and take the title from her, or something like that.
That's exactly what's going to happen. But that's storytelling at its finest.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm looking at this whole thing with bringing Trish Stratus back for Evolution, and I'm just like, you got all these young wrestlers that are up and coming. Somebody else could have had this. At some point, should the legacy wrestlers say no?
They should. They're not going to.
No, they're not.
But they should. It's not going to happen, though. Yeah. No, they should, though.
Because I feel like I would respect it a little bit more if they say, you know what, I appreciate you offering me this, but I'm going to turn it down, but I have somebody else for it. Like that type of thing, bring somebody else up for the title. I would respect that a little bit more than they just like, yeah, we'll have this match. Because for one, they're not going to win the title.
Right. Yeah, it's a filler match.
Yeah.
And it hence like a lot of my reading that I've been doing lately was saying that for the women division, for whatever reason, they still looking at it as like just filler matches.
Yeah.
They're not really taking them serious. And the way you can tell is when they do go over to like Saudi Arabia, right? They fully dressed. Mm-hmm. You can't show no skin. Mm-hmm. And the casual fan is not interested now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, let me go get some popcorn. Let me go get something to drink. Let me go whatever until this match is over with. If I can fast forward it, let me wait, 25 minutes to watching it, and then I'll fast forward through the matches on, whatever the case may be. So the only way somebody's going to take it serious is if they actually start doing that where they take it serious.
Yeah.
Let me stop bringing in these nobody.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You think that's a cultural conflict, that they have
in Saudi Arabia,
doing the matches over in Saudi Arabia and so forth.
Yeah, there's no PDA or none of that over there.
Right. Okay.
You kiss your wife if you want to in public. Watch what happens.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Under the jail.
Get your mouth cut off or something.
So, I definitely see, and this is why y'all should be excited about what's coming up with this holy Shhh podcast sports. We getting it in because this is going to be more of this and times 10, right? Yeah. Times 10. I love it.
I'm
now
definitely excited.
To end it somewhat almost, I was reading that the PLE since TKO took over is now double.
As far as pricing to go to one?
Pricing and the amounts per year.
Oh, so if they had 10, now they're gonna have like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that's helping or hurting as far as the viewers? I'm sure the pockets is going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as us as viewers,
Sitting at home watching,
hoping that we see some good matches and some good storytelling, is it going to help? Because now you don't really have that much time to build the
stories. That's true.
So are they catering to the impatient fans that like, I need my microwave storytelling right now?
Yeah.
My opinion right now is that it could help and it could hurt.
Okay.
Especially in the women's division. I'll say right now, the women's division is the strongest division in wrestling right now, as far as athletes, talent.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just overall, they have like the most upside right now.
Right.
A lot of the men wrestlers right now are people that probably should be wrapping up their career are in the top right now. So it could help if they can stretch out some more of those storylines and place more of those on these, so more women be able to get showcases that way. And you could help build up some of the undercard male wrestlers, same like tag team division. If they do that, then it could help.
Okay.
If you're fast tracking these title for the singles titles and stuff, that's where it can hurt. And if you got the same person doing the same thing over and over again, so the repetitive nature could hurt it. But if they learn how to spread it out to like all three brands, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, you could capitalize on that and have something interesting for the viewers as well.
Here's my thing with it. To increase, I believe, the number of shows, I think that's all great. Ticket sales are going to go, you know what I'm saying, up. It's inflation, you know what I'm saying? That's the world. But as long as there is live situations, you know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is I did not go, I didn't attend, but I viewed like the last two events that they had here in Michigan, and people come out. You know what I'm saying?
The support is there for sure.
The support is crazy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you got to compare this to a Michigan State football game. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, the people actually do come out. The people actually do participate, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to travel to California, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to travel down to Texas, you know what I'm saying, to see these different shows, you know what I'm saying? When they show up here, you know what I'm saying, the people show out. And I think that's, you know what I'm saying, a super benefit, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So to increase more events, you know what I'm saying, I'm all for it because, you know what I'm saying, it allows the people to come out.
Yeah.
And that's really what sells the show now.
Yeah, the people.
You know what I'm saying? The people that actually come out and enjoy it, you know what I'm saying, this is their pastime. They're able to, you know what I'm saying, look into this, you know what I'm saying, and be a part of it. So I'm all for it as long as they have, you know what I'm saying, that accessibility.
Yeah, I remember when they cut down to only 8, it never came to Detroit. I'm like, we don't ever get nothing here.
Right.
And then I increase it. We've had 2 so far. Like recently had SummerSlam, and then it was Elimination Chamber or something.
Yeah,
that was almost unheard of.
And we
got 2.
We had that pipe bomb in Grand Rapids too.
Yeah, Grand Rapids. Yeah, so now they're not only just hitting Detroit, they're hitting Grand Rapids. They're hitting Battle Creek. There's other stuff that they can get.
The old school folks used to do. You know what I'm saying? The carnivals, you know what I'm saying? The state fairs and you know what I'm saying? The different things of that sort.
The indies like that.
You know,
so real quick to wrap it up, Dutch, man, we first appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, joining the show.
Oh, I appreciate y'all.
Let them know how they can find you.
You can currently find us right now. We have a website, Icon Music Company. That's www.iconmusicco.com. Also, we're on Instagram. I'm on Instagram under Dutch Schultz, D-E-T. Dutch Schultz, D-E-T. It is so important because folks been trying to rob the name.
You know, they trying to get him.
I mean, seriously, and I've been with this one since about 13 years old, you know what I'm saying, seriously, from past things that we've done in our lives or whatever. We all grew up now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no, it stuck with me. We're on Facebook as well. We're on all of the music platforms, from Spotify to Tidal to, you know what I'm saying, anything you can quite frankly find. I love YouTube music. So, you know, check us out on YouTube Music as well. But anything you want to look us up under, you can find us under Dutch Schultz, DET, Ron T. Icon as well. So, you know, and we got some things coming out now.
I was about to ask you, what's next on the list? What y'all got coming up real quick?
Well, we took a hiatus for a minute to be fathers.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
All right, that's over with now. Let's
be
get it
men
back
in the
into
house.
Let's get back into
And
it.
as they say, you know, it's time to play a little bit. And what's even more important is that, you know, our hiatus, you know what I'm saying, me personally, my hiatus came with, you know what I'm saying, I don't move, I don't display music, video, or anything like that without, you know what I'm saying, an answer from God. Right. So when God delivered it, that's when, you know what I'm saying, it's time to bring it out. And, you know, he's really been pushing and weighing on my heart now.
Talk about it.
And, you know, we have something to say, you know what I'm saying, just living a little bit more. But we have a duo project out now. If you want to parallel it, you know what I'm saying, because I never say compare. But if you want to parallel it to the, you know, best of both worlds, the true best of both worlds is supposed to be with Biggie and R. Kelly. I'm telling you guys some secrets now.
It should have been Biggie and Pop.
You know, like real talk or what have you. But it's an R&B/rap album that is specifically, I wouldn't say specifically, but it is keen to the adult, to the adult's ears. You know what I'm saying? The two-stepper.
And that is something that's a little different, as you know, for me as being an R&B artist, Ron T. This one taps in more into the icon persona. More of a little, you know, boisterous, a little more cocky, a little bit more.
You're getting your Mayweather on.
A little bit, and that's what you
it.
should expect on this album with me and Dutch. Like he said, the R. Kelly, Biggie, when they had that song in his album, just that type of feel. That's the type of feel that you should see on this particular album as well. I'm excited. I'm excited for this album because it's a different side, a different type of music that I'm
we got a release
used to seeing me doing. Probably maybe somewhere around the end of August, maybe the beginning of September, something around that time. Okay. But it's definitely some songs that you can ride out throughout the rest of the year, all next year. Expect some visuals coming and all that type of stuff. It's gonna be big.
The title of the album is The After Work Affair. You know, so after you put your 9 to 5 in, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us, and this relates to a lot of us that are, you know what I'm saying, living this life today. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that are, you know what I'm saying, around everywhere and doing a couple of different things, but this is for truly that working person that just wants to release after, you know what I'm saying, you punch the clock, you know what I'm saying, you know, you get in your good get-ups. You know what I'm saying, your good fits and so forth. You know, you attend happy hour, you know what I'm saying, and everything that is kind of around the idea of the after work affair is definitely in this project, you know what I'm saying. So you do have a happy hour, you do have the weekend loves, you know what I'm saying. You do have the you know, the dance times, you know what I'm saying, the dance parties, and you know what I'm saying. And then our first single that we will be releasing is It Should Speak to Everyone. It's called I'm a Star. So, you know, if you're a star in your own way, you know what I'm saying, you're going to definitely relate to this and get in there.
Yeah, definitely. Also, you know, everybody doesn't get blessed with a bunch of vacation times. Your vacation time sometimes is you getting off on Friday until you got to go back in on Monday. So you got that weekend, Friday night throughout the weekend to where some people even travel.
Yeah, we'll change the weather with that. Yeah, you know,
so,
we'll change the weather.
Just keep a lookout for it, man. I'm excited about this project.
Man, that's what's up. I can't wait to hear it, man. My little plug I'm going to do today is if y'all on any platform, especially Apple Music, my son just dropped his new one.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
I've been working hard on it, and it came out real good, man. Look up Real 2030 Shred. It's all one word. Dope music, dope videos. Just,
yes, sir.
You know, he got a couple summer bangers on there, all that. So, super proud of what he done on this one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, you know, they say the apple don't fall that far from the tree, man.
Yes, sir. I was just gonna say.
Thanks to Goldberg, man. I'm thinking about coming back for a minute. I just started writing a little bit. So, anybody want to get a couple verses, man? Holla at your boy. I'm coming through.
All right, and as Chuck would usually say, we got merch.
We got merch.
We got merch.
You better know it. You know what I'm saying?
theholypodcast.com. Check out our merch, man.
That's 3 H's, by the way.
Shh, 3 H's. And keep a lookout too, man. We'll have Icon Movement merch coming too, so keep a lookout on that as well.
I love it.
Yep.
So as always, man, make sure y'all tune in each and every day. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if I got this down correct, because I'm only on a couple of the shows.
Yeah.
I'll be in the world, man. Listen, so Monday.
We got Monday Night Raw podcast.
It's either going to be a half hour after the show or the morning after. They do morning after. I definitely can't be involved because, I don't want to be illegal out here.
You're driving.
Tuesday, what we got on Tuesday?
We got Tuesdays. We got NXT post show. You either get the post show or you get the iconic. I mean, not the iconic, but the breakout performance. You'll get that from me.
Wednesday we got Abe and Ball Bros, the Ball Bro World Order. What is it?
No.
What is it?
The BWO, the Ball World Order.
Yeah,
they doing they'll do the AEW Dynamite post show. Thursday, you'll get this show right here.
They make me want to watch, by the way. They make me want to watch. And then Thursday, we right here.
Yeah.
Each and every Thursday, y'all getting us live in studio. Sometimes a guest, sometimes just the four of us. We might get Minx in every now and then. Friday
is SmackDown post show. It's down to 2 hours now, so expect the post show because that 3 hours was rough.
That 3 hours was kind of, even though they was coming heat from time to time. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Saturday we have we'll have a little game show thing, some special things that you'll see.
And then Sunday they do the
special guest.
The special guest, which I was involved in a couple of them, and that's quite intriguing. I'll tell you that, man. Make sure y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? We got something each and every day, and then we also got the sports coming to you. And that's going to be a daily joint whenever something's happening out here. I just can't wait for sports to come back like full throttle. With that being said, man, I am the one and only King Coach DTM, man.
It's your boy Ron T, the Icon.
Dutch Schultz.
Okay.
All right.
He got Dutch Schultz.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
But no, I want to say this, though, real quick, too, if we have some time. Just being here, doing this interview and doing this show with you guys, you have enticed me to pick it back up seriously.
Pick it up, baby.
And start watching the wrestling.
Go look
again,
for LA Knight.
I got a lot of catch up to do, but no, I'm serious.
Start with LA Knight.
I am so interested now, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I like to hear.
I really thought that it was going to, I thought wrestling was going to decay, you know what I'm saying? During that one gap.
What they like to say, the longest episodic show on
television.
television.
But, you know what I'm saying, with the interest, with the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I watched y'all podcast. You know what I'm saying? I've watched it a number of times.
As everybody should.
Even like I was missing a female on here because I wanted that perspective as well, too. You know what I'm saying? But you guys are doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, I'm so proud, KO, you know what I'm saying? While you at your absence, man, you're really doing it, too. I told you the other day, you know what I'm saying? Seriously, man. I am so proud, you know what I'm saying, being a little bit more in age and a little bit more up there.
Shout out
Abe. Your old head, Abe. Your old head, Abe.
No, I'm calling myself an old head. I'm the old head, you know what I'm saying? But you guys are doing an excellent job, you know what I'm saying, with this, you know what I'm saying, really bringing it to a light. And it's something different. So that's what I love about it. And you guys got me, you know what I'm saying, man?
All right.
I'm watching now.
Shout out. Let's go, man. That's what we do. We
I
convert
gotta get
you
them started
back.
on NXT
you know
first.
Really
You got to get them started on NXT first. You can't.
No, start with LA
Knight.
First. Start with LA Knight.
Okay.
Don't start with nobody else. LA Knight. Because he from the old school. So he love that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it.
It's a transition piece.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all the next show. It's your boy Ron T, the Icon, the Holy Shhh Podcast.
And we out.
Peace.